Yo, it's G-Money, and we got some breaking news, a big story all over the league. Antonio Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, the story is supposed to be the Packers versus the Bears. But no. Not in California. The Raiders, the Oakland Raiders, they got problems. Problems in Napa Valley. Now, the biggest thing that is going on is that there is no question that Antonio Brown is a great player. He's great. You cannot replace Antonio Brown and what he can do for your football team. But this is what they're trying to say. Is he a good pro? Is he a great pro? And the system that he's in, he is not. He is not a great pro. But he is a great pro player. But how he handles this stuff to his coaching staff and to his GM, it's not right. But it's a new day in age. Twitter, Instagram. You cannot find him $40,000, $13,000 for not showing up when he was dealing with things. The feet, which they're saying that he burned himself in the chamber, which is true, probably true. But to them, they don't want to deal with this generation type of receiver. This mainstream culture receiver that he knows when it's game time, it's game time. You know Antonio Brown is going to make plays. He's going to score touchdowns. But the problem is you feel disrespected. And the GM, Mike, and Antonio got into a argument where they had to be separated. And now they want to void his contract. They don't want him to play for them no more? Or do they just don't want to pay the man because they feel disrespected? And they know he's going to make plays on Sundays. He's going to score touchdowns. But that's not going to make him look good. Knowing that they still got to pay this man, even though the perception that is being brought to them, the perception of they are hating on this great player. Because you find him for not coming to practice, but you got to understand one thing. He was going through issues. He was handling his issues, and you were known of this. This is because of disrespect. Because the GM feels disrespected. John Gruden feels disrespected. Because they don't understand him. Guys, a great pro is not only how you handle being in the National Football League. A great pro It's simple. Making sure you are the most dominant player on that field. And that's Antonio Brown. When it comes down to it, Antonio Brown is going to be the best receiver for the Raiders or for somebody else. Because he's Antonio Brown. And he puts in that work. He puts in that time. He let you know about the helmet. You knew about the feet. It's just how this man's going about it. Because he feels that the Oakland Raiders don't really get it. Then you got Ryan Clark just over here talking bad on Antonio. But I understand that from Clark because he is a football great pro, the system player, a coach's player, you know what I mean? That mentality. So I respect where he's coming from. But you got to respect Antonio Brown because he's not trying to hurt nobody. He knows what he's going to do. He knows on Sundays he could score touchdowns and he could help win football games. And he keeps his body in shape. Now the feet thing, as the Oakland Raiders, wouldn't you be more understanding of maybe you see a guy like Antonio Brown and like maybe he did something that he probably didn't have a full understanding of it. That could happen. Because he's still your player. You're still the GM. You're still the coach. You got to understand, even at the pros, you are not only coaching a sport. You're coaching people, man. And you got to understand how this man reacts. How he reacts to criticism. That's a key. Once you understand how a player reacts to that, then you become a good coach. Then you become something. Because you got to understand one thing. You have to know who you're coaching and know how to attack them. And it seems to me that the Oakland Raiders, it's their way or the highway. But you don't pay a guy $30 million, a guy like Antonio Brown, where you should already know what you're getting before you even get it. And if you don't, what's wrong with you? Somebody has to understand this. Sometimes you can't do things your way. Sometimes you have to do what is better for the team and for the individual that you got under contract. Because you got to understand, not everybody was brought up the same way. Not everybody was taught football the same way. It's the truth. Now, Antonio Brown is a great player, and he's going to make plays. And if the Oakland Raiders suspend him or let go of his contract, it is a huge mistake. Huge mistake. Because you're not only coaching a sport, you're coaching people. You're not only, as a GM, you're not putting players on the field only. You are investing in their lives, investing in their culture, investing what they are influenced by. How do they react? Social media. Well, what's their personalities like? Some players are going to be a Terrell and someone's going to be a Jerry. You got to know how to handle those personalities. You got to know humbleness, and you got to know it's not personal, it's business. And the GM, Mike, and John, more or less the GM, he needs to understand this is business. You let Antonio do what he has to do, and you don't give him no slack about it. Because let me tell you something. If I'm Derek Carr, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, Coach, we need him. Because if not, you can see me later. I'm going to be gone. I'm going to get exposed. I need Antonio Brown on this football field. That's the truth. You have to know what you're coaching, know your culture, know the receivers. You have to be a family through a business aspect. Doesn't have to be personal. Never has to be personal. But it has to be right. Wow. Yeah. It has to be right. Okay? It has to be right. And when we come back, we'll talk more about it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And to preview the NFL kickoff tonight, the Packers and the Bears. Ladies and gentlemen, this is amazing. Tonight, the NFL season is back. You got the Packers' new head coach, Mark, making his first appearance on the Green Bay sidelines. And then you got Chuck Pagano, the man, running the defense for the Chicago Bears. Now, the Chicago Bears have one of the best defenses in the NFL. And to me, tonight is going to be a special night because you're going to see Chuck and Mark start two new paths of their career. So, just for everybody who is hyped up for that, enjoy the game. But to get back to this Antonio Brown's situation for the last 1 minute, I just gotta say, you have to know the personality if you want to be a great coach. Once you know the personality, everything will be great. And I think it's this way or the highway cliche. I think it's over. Because people are not ignorant. You know, I believe once it happens, it happens. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your support and for your time. I hope you enjoy today's show, and I'll see you soon.